PTV, Telebisyon ng Bayan.
25% of human trafficking in the world involves Filipinos. 1 out of 4 humans trafficked across the globe is a Filipino.
Ate Emma! Hi, Chrissy! If loving someone is a crime, I'm sorry!
Alam ko naman galit sila sa akin dahil Muslim ako.
Ang buhay, parang isang buwan. Umiikot din yan. Magbabago din ang ihip ng hangin.
This is not a perfect world.
Kumusta na mga tropa natin? Marami tayong operations.
Handa ako sa mga raids.
Mga polis at army, mainit na mainit sa drug operations natin sa Mindanao. Kaya dapat sa mga babae tayo nakatutok.
All this hatred, all this anger, they're looking for love. Don't you get it?
Madalas kitang nakikitang nagdarasal ng rosaryo. Hindi ko sinasabi kay Abbas.
They're good and bad people, no matter what religion they have.
The new girls will be on board in 2 days.
Find her. Hanap tayo ng paraan para maligtas sila.
We all pray to the same God, so why is religion an issue here?
You're going to convert to Islam? And then you'll tell me, but Mama, in my heart, I will remain a Christian. What kind of a lie is this? That marriage will never work.
Everybody, welcome to Across the Crescent Moon Behind the Scenes TV special. I am Diane Medina. Join us as we discuss the information behind the scenes about the upcoming film Across the Crescent Moon. With me is the writer, producer, and director of the Across the Crescent Moon, Miss Baby Arne Brida.
Hi, good evening everyone.
Good evening, Direk.
Dear. You look pretty as ever.
Thank you so much. So we are all very excited tonight because we will be talking about the Across the Crescent Moon movie.
We will be introducing to you later on our stars. They're all here.
That's right.
They're a terrific bunch of talented actresses, new actresses, and actors also. And then we also have special guests tonight. Several of them who are really experts in the subject matter, you know. And also we have an interactive show, you know.
That's
it's
right.
a 2-hour special, but you're all invited to participate in our program. We'll be
actually posting numbers
posting the
in the
telephone
screens.
numbers, yes, and you can ask your questions, and before the show will be over, we'll be answering them and picking out some questions.
You know what, Derek Baby, what I like about the movie, it is very timely. Across the Crescent Moon, as they say, is a meaningful action drama movie wherein it tackles the different problems facing our country right now. Most especially, actually, the movie will focus more on human trafficking, drugs, and other social issues. So later on, we'll be talking more about that. As we all know, human trafficking also is very rampant here in the Philippines, wherein men, women, and children are actually trafficked for sexual exploitation and forced to labor. So later on, we'll be talking more about the social issues. So you will also be interviewing a lot of people, right?
Yes, yes. First and foremost, because human trafficking is a crime against humanity. And it's not an easy subject matter. But first and foremost, our commitment is entertainment.
That's right.
You're here, we're here to entertain you. But while we are entertaining you in the movie, you'll come out, leaving the theater, you become a better person. You'll be nourished with a lot of insights, you know, and definitely it's very uplifting, you know. It has a healing component, and it's a different movie that I've done, you know. So we'll be talking about that, and then we will be introducing to you a lot of people later on, and then at the same time, we will be showing you how the film was done, you know,
Yes.
in the
The
various
actual footages.
Yes, the footages and the picturesque places in like Tawi-Tawi, San Antonio, and San Felipe, Zambales, and the rugged terrain of Tanay. No?
But Derek, maybe more than that, we're actually more excited also about the main objective of this movie. Why are we promoting this? Why are we pushing this? Most especially, this is very timely right now.
Right.
And what can the viewers expect from tonight's TV special?
Well, first, it's so good that everybody would know about this film, and at the same time, they would tell their friends and their family to come. You know, we are, of course, independent producers, you know, but definitely our film is mainstream, you know, because we're blessed to get really good stars, and they're top actors and actresses of the country. And that's a blessing itself. And you're also part of the movie.
Yes, I am part of the movie.
Yes.
And the movie...
It's a different you, though.
Yes.
We deglamorized you.
And more of the drama side of me, more crying.
Yeah.
So
well,
the
we
movie...
showcase your talent here.
Wow, thank you so much. The movie, let us all watch and support Across the Crescent Moon. It will be showing on January 25 in cinemas nationwide. And you are also planning to push the movie globally, internationally?
Yes, definitely. We first would like to target the schools, no, the students, because definitely this is something to do with your conscience.
This is R13, right?
Yes, R13. So high school students and college students are very much welcome to watch the film, no? And then it has been endorsed by, of course, our PNP chief,
Bato de
la Rosa.
And he was there during the premiere night.
That's right, you know, and we appreciate that the fact that he was so busy and yet he took time out to
grace the event.
Yes, and then at the same time, if you don't know, on the 25th, this is the 2nd anniversary of the Mama Sapano tragedy. And this film was really meant for the MMFF. And then we thought of moving it to February 1, but we were not aware that we were given the play date of January 25. It's swak na swak sa anniversary talaga ng SAF, no? Ng Mama Sapano tragedy.
Right.
Yeah. So we are giving honor and tribute to the fallen 44 SAF troopers, no? And Mateo here, their main character, is a SAF agent, you know. So Mato was in tears now before he left the theater, and I'm so happy. And then we had a lot of VIPs who attended the premiere, and I'm so happy to say that they all loved the movie. Okay.
Derek, maybe before we take a short break, I would just like to ask, why did you focus more on human trafficking of all the social issues we are facing right now?
Well, as I said earlier, it's a crime against humanity, and it was Pope Francis that his favorite advocacy, and he is always reminding us that we should do something to end the modern day slavery.
That's right.
And the best way to show awareness is really to media, through film. So I would say that it's a calling on my part, as I always do a lot of film evangelization. But this time it's action, you know, and it was very, very challenging for me because I've been doing a lot of romantic comedy and romantic drama. So usually mga relationships and love triangle. But this time we focus on the action and also about strengthening family ties. And also, let's not forget, the subplot is also about the Christians and the Muslims.
That's right.
Like bridging the gap against that, and also take away the barriers, the prejudices, and the biases between the two religions.
And that despite of religious beliefs, of course, we can still coexist with peace and harmony.
Definitely.
All right.
All of that, we will be watching that, all of this in one movie, you know, several topics, and definitely a powerful message, you know, here in Across the Crescent Moon.
All right, so we are all very excited to get to know more about Across the Crescent Moon film. So stay tuned for more. Across the Crescent Moon Behind the Scenes TV special. We'll be back.
Mga natatanging kwento't kaalaman na dapat mong mapakinggan. Mga sariwang balita't usapin na kailangan mong malaman. Kasama ang Morning Barkadahan. Gising na sa Bagong Morning.
Good morning, Pilipinas!
Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7 ng umaga.
VIP Manila!
Criminal liability, dapat bang ibaba sa 9 years old?
Laging papasok sa isip ng bata na, okay lang pala na pumatay ako o hindi ako makukulong kasi minor
Make
ako.
those who are older than them liable for their actions. Magulang naman talaga ang immediately liable.
Tutukan ang nangungunang youth-oriented debate show ng bayan. Schoolmates, Linggo, alas 9:30 ng gabi. Dito lang sa PTV. Kung may emergency ka, dial 911, the National Emergency Hotline.
I gladly watch the sun come down, although I dread the night just now. Crazy thoughts run through my head. I see the crescent moon from bed. I look with awe, I look with fear. No stars I see, its skies are clear. But I believe in love. I still believe in love. I love this man, I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, you know. I'll love him till I'm old. We will always be in love. For God to bless and see, he'll always be a part of me. People judge me, people tell me he's a man I can't be proud of. But I believe in love. It's not for them to teach me hate. I will not doubt and leave my mate, 'cause he believes in love. Yes, he believes in love. I love this man, I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, you know. I'll love him till I'm old. We will always be in
Welcome back to Across the Crescent Moon, our 2-hour TV special tonight. We are so blessed that we have wonderful guests. These are the people who have watched the movie and they can tell you more about the film in their own perspective. No? First, please meet my good friend, Dali Nolan Galang. She was my former classmate at Maryknoll. At the same time, she's a housewife and she's very tuned in with the current issues. Good evening.
Good evening.
Dali.
Good evening, baby.
Thank you for the time. Okay. And also, my favorite classmate, she was our president of the class before, also the president of the Student Council. Please welcome none other than Miss Tina Rocco Corona. Okay? Thank you, Tina. You've watched the film and maybe you can share your insights on the film later on. And of course, one of the favorite senators, very close to my heart, none other than Senator Gerson Alvarez. Good evening, Sunny.
Good evening, baby.
And Annie Andanar is here with me. She's not stranger to anybody, of course, the Andanar name. And then at the same time, she's been helping us with this movie. And just like my sister also, please welcome Miss Annie Andanar. Good evening, Annie.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay. And then, who was very, very helpful in the movie, none other than Mr. Snooky Cruz, who has been our consultant and our fight tutorial instructor or whatever for with the staff, because we use the real staff, no, the PNP.
Tita.
Please welcome Mr. Snooky Cruz.
Good evening. Good evening, Tita.
Oh, thank you all of you, because I took you out away from your family, especially today is Sunday, and it was very difficult, I'm sure, on your part. And at least you were so generous with your time. Thank you, everyone. So let's talk about the main topic of our movie, about human trafficking. No, it's a crime against humanity, and tackling this in a movie wasn't easy. Okay. So let's ask Dali first, and then maybe we can just have an interactive discussion here. Okay, Dali?
Yes, being in that movie, watching that movie also, gave me a lot of insights about human trafficking, something that I was not aware of. After a while, you let these things go, but this movie really showed us that it's a topic that we should all be concerned and be aware of. And you did a good job, baby.
Thank you, and Tina.
Yeah. Before I talk about the other issues, I would like to share with you that when I saw the premiere showing of the movie last Friday, I knew it was a superhuman act of Fatima Nebrida, who was the writer, script writer, director, and producer, all rolled into one. And I know baby, she does her best and lets God do the rest.
Thank you, that's true. And then you were excited because you were surprised,
I'm excited because there is so much in that movie, and it tells us how we're handling this problem. This Christian-Muslim relationship, if you look at it, 1,000 taon na ito eh. May crusade tayo, nilulusob natin sila. Yung ating Constantinople na sentro ng kultura at sibilisasyon ng nating mga Katoliko. Ginawa nilang Istanbul, ginalang Muslim center of culture and civilization. Banggaan natin yan. Sabi nga nung isang professor sa UP, sa Harvard, si Samuel Hamilton, ito ang class of civilization. Dito, nakakatuwa sapagkat naipakita rito sa moving ito, yung the dying embers of this class. Parang maaari pala tayong magkaintindihan. Naipakita natin sa dunong at talino at pag-unawaan. Napapakita ang pagmamahala ng Muslim at Kristiyano at that conflict which is still there. Pag sinabi mong Muslim, moro, matapang o pirata, gano'n namang may mga biases tayo, pero hinarap natin ito at naipakita nating tumataas na ang antas ng ating pagkakaunawaan. At itong ginagawa ni Digong, nagkakaroon ng kabuuan dahil ang Pilipinas ngayon gumigising na. Becoming sensitive as a people, as mother, fathers.
We're moving towards social transformation.
Kaya yung theatro, yung dramang naroon, naisama mo pa yung women's kidnapping, naisama
Yes.
mo pa yung lahat na naroon. Kaya napakaganda
Lahat ng
because
social
it's a
ills.
social commentary. Very complex but very simple because it's our problem. And there's a lot of hope raised by the movie. Dahil, bata ako, si Kamlon, nagkikidnap, ganyan. Pero ngayon, napakikita pala natin, we can solve this. We can solve this
Definitely.
like one family.
Oo nga. We're all one family of God.
Yes.
You know, we just have to respect each other's beliefs and that's it. You know, that's the where we should start from.
Magandang gabi po. Ito pong Across the Crescent Moon ay isang alay. You know, this is an offering to both our brothers and sisters na Muslim at mga kapatid na Kristiyano at maging yung iba pa. Sapagkat posible po ang pagkakaisa. Dito po sa pelikulang ito na napakarami pong cast, crew, ang dami pong naming pinagdaanan. Dapat po 20 days lang ito, naging 29 days. Maraming bagyo, na-stranded po kami sa Zamboanga, nag-shoot po kami sa Simunol. Ang mensahe po nito ay, Pilipino tayong lahat, Muslim, Kristiyano at iba pa, kaya po nating magkaisa. At sana po ay tangkilikin ninyo sapagkat ito ay isang alay namin sa ating mga Pilipinong, mga kababayan na posible po, marami po tayong pinagdadaanan. Si Presidente po naman ay naipasok namin dito. Maganda po ang role niya dito, maging si General Bato. At ito po din ay commemoration. Ito po ay pagtingin sa alay ng SAF 44. Ang opening play date po namin, January 25, is the exact second death anniversary of our SAF heroes.
Hindi naman natin sinadya.
Hindi naman po ito sinadya. Kami po sana, nais po namin sana sa Metro Manila Film Festival, hindi po nangyari. Sabi po ni Direk, February, parang love offering namin, Valentine's. Bigla pong bumukas yung January 25. At kami naman po ay naniniwala, everything happens for a reason. And our coming together, cast, crew, and the Filipino viewers, ito po ay ating para sa bayan at para sa ating poong may kapal.
Si Snooki, very important ang role dito.
Yes.
We want to be realistic. Nagtataka nga, babae ako, bakit ako nakapag-direct ng isang action movie, you know? So yun ang challenge, no? And then, not because babae kami, mahina kami. As a matter of fact, we have strength, inner strength, no? More than the men. Yeah, but physically, we are weak. That's why we got you to teach us all the kicks and the chops and all, and the way they handle their guns. We want everything realistic. Could you tell them your role in this movie?
Yeah. Well, first of all, my role in the movie was to make sure that the actors move realistically, the way they shoot. It's not unrealistic. They have to, because you have to understand, when they immerse into their character and make their character believable, it has to be with the skill. And fortunately, the actors who portrayed were so easy to teach, especially Mateo. And I didn't really have a hard time.
Mateo magaling talaga sa action. After this movie, he will be known as the prince of action. Di pa king. Prince pa lang.
And again, for the film also, in general, on the other side of it, it shows the sacrifices that our law enforcement and military personnel go to day by day. And it also shows that if there's cohesion between the military and the police, everything's possible. And we get to operate as a team, you know.
And they also have to deal with their family problems.
Precisely,
you know?
precisely.
And
Because
they're
when we
very
see the
human.
police, we always see him as somebody we can run to. But what we don't know is behind that person, he also needs to run to somebody. Because he has problems also, internal problems. So.
Wow. So I hope na iintriga na kayong manood. Okay, ilang tulog na lang. At lalabas na ang aming pelikulang Across the Crescent Moon this Wednesday, January 25. We'll be right back after this short break. We have more, much more to tell you.
This precious time gold, I'll fight for him, you know.
25% of human trafficking in the world involves Filipinos. 1 out of 4 humans trafficked across the globe is a Filipino.
Ate Emma! Hi, Chrissy! If loving someone is a crime, I'm sorry!
Alam ko naman galit sila sa akin dahil Muslim ako.
Ang buhay, parang isang buwan. Umiikot din yan. Magbabago din ang ihip ng hangin.
This is not a perfect world.
Kumusta na mga tropa natin? Marami tayong operations.
Handa ako sa mga raids.
Mga polis at army, mainit na mainit sa drug operations natin sa Mindanao. Kaya dapat sa mga babae tayo nakatutok.
All this hatred, all this anger, they're looking for love. Don't you get it?
Madalas kitang nakikitang nagdarasal ng rosaryo. Hindi ko sinasabi kay Abbas.
They're good and bad people, no matter what religion they have.
The new girls will be on board in 2 days.
Find her. Hanap tayo ng paraan para maligtas sila.
We all pray to the same God, so why is religion an issue here?
You're going to convert to Islam? And then you'll tell me, but Mama, in my heart, I will remain a Christian. What kind of a lie is this? That marriage will never work.
Sa aking mga kababayang Pilipino, ako po ay nag-iimbita sa inyo na manood sa pelikulang Across the Crescent Moon. Ito po ay napakagandang pelikula. Dahil unang-una, pinapakita po dito ang kabayanihan ng ating mga kapulisan, ng ating sub-44, at saka ang ating pong nasyonalismo ay napupukaw po dito dahil yung ating relationship between Muslims and Christians ay napakaganda po. Pinapakita po dito kung paano natin i-heal yung ating sugatang relationship between ang among Filipinos towards nation building. Napakaganda po. Highly recommended ko po itong pelikula para sa inyo.
The writer, the producer, the director, the acting ensemble really gets an A+. But it's not just the artistry, but it really portrays the value of the arts as a force for education. Because if you see the movie, and you must see the movie, it will really clarify a number of very difficult social problems that is given a really due explanation, the roots of the problem, as well as the possible way of solving the problem. And the interweaving of the battle against crime, corruption, drugs, and now a very major issue in the United Nations, the new modern slavery is really this issue of women being trafficked. For portraying all of these issues in very easily relatable situations and conditions. That's the value of this film. Talaga pong masasabi ninyong isang para lang bayan itong pelikulang ito. And it should reap honors in the international festivals where it should really be viewed by a global audience.
Oh my God, what a movie. I played General Bato, but I'm not ashamed to admit a lot of parts I was crying, I was very teary-eyed and touched. Si Bato naging mamon. A very important message to get out there is that this is also an epidemic. 1 out of every 4 victims are Filipinos, and they're victimized by Filipinos. We have to get the word out and protect these people. I encourage all of you to watch. Come and watch this film. You will be entertained, you will be enlightened, and I hope you will be also motivated to keep vigilant and to support whatever drives that we have against human trafficking.
This is one of the most moving movies I've seen, and I just hope every Filipino who cares for his or her country will see this and get into action and be aware that these things are happening in our country. And I thank Baby for bringing this to our attention, because God moved her to do it. That we should, every Filipino, every citizen of the world who cares about our women, our country, should care and do something about the evils that are going. Thank you so much, Baby. This is such a gift you have given us. Thank you for this gift. God bless you. I'm so happy.
The whole cast, they did amazing. Galing. The director, the production, we work hard. Ginawa namin yung fight scenes at storm. It was storming. Pero ginawa pa rin namin. Lumilipad yung mga ilaw sa harap namin. Phew! Pero tinuloy pa rin namin. Signal number 2 nun. Pero tinuloy pa rin namin.
Welcome back to Across the Crescent Moon TV special. We're talking about behind the scenes. We're talking about the issues that we present in the movie. And we'd like to welcome my good friend. She's the daughter of a well-beloved Chief Justice Rene Corona. Please welcome Carla Corona Castillo. Good evening, Carla.
Good evening, Tita.
Okay, and also to join us to talk about the Christian and the Muslim relationship, none other than our professor, Mr. Darwin Absari. Good evening, Professor, from UP, no? Ani, di ba? Yes, so so overwhelming hearing Cecile, endorsing the movie. Thank you so much, Cecile. And then it was impromptu because we had the cameras there when they watched the premiere. And also, it was Noemi Olivares, who also watched it during the press preview, and Ku Aquino, who played Bato, and Ivan Karapiet, who is our villain in the movie. So let's talk about the movie. Now, Carla, what are the things that you like about the movie? What can you say about the film?
I love how it's so multifaceted. It was powerful on so many levels. It's a story about love. It's a story about acceptance, forgiveness. It's a story about faith. Aside from religion and acceptance of other religions and cultures, it's a story about faith. Faith that everything will work out well in the end. And at the core, Christians, Muslims, at the core of it, we all believe in a God. We all believe that there is goodness. We all believe that we should be kind and good to each other, and that will all it will come back to us. Whatever we put out there will come back to us.
Okay. Tina, you were saying something earlier.
Yes. There were so many themes in the story. And I was wondering, Baby, how long did it take you to write the script
It took me 10 days to write it, but it took me a month to do a lot of research work, you know. And before I write anything, what I normally do is I stay at the Blessed Sacrament and soak myself in the prayers. And then I wrote it inside my prayer room, you know. And I'm very blessed because my children are into it, and also my husband, Jean, who's very supportive. I would tell them the story first, and they would agree. And then, of course, after writing the script, I let them read it, and then they also give some inputs, you know. So most of the time, they agree with me, you know. But I cannot credit the script to myself. I really just was inspired by the Holy Spirit. So I always say that it's the Lord, you know. It's impossible to do that all by myself in 10 days, right? So it's still, again, the power of prayer and also faith.
Yeah, because you pray hard and you do your best.
It's
And
like
did
an
you-
advocacy and a mission, you know, doing some film evangelization, but I really don't want to be preaching the movie, you know, so I have to be committed to entertaining the audience first, you know, and then you put all of this nourishment, you know. That's how I normally do it.
Did you ask advice from any spiritual person?
Right after I finished the script, I thought of asking the advice. It's a very sensitive topic, you know. I would not want to offend our brothers, Muslims, and also the Christians, you know, being a devout Catholic. So I asked Father Archie Entengan of the Ateneo, and then I thought that he would read it. He read it right away, and definitely he said that the story, just reading the script is exciting. He said, and you make sure that it's produced, okay? Of course, a difficult task of getting investor because it's not a low-budget movie, you know, with all of these fight scenes and everything. So again, I turned to prayers to look for the right financier. And then I also asked Archbishop Arguelles, who also read the script, okay? So I'm very close to Archbishop Ramon Arguelles, and definitely he wrote in big, bold letters, excellent. And then again, he also asked me, make sure it's produced. Then I went to Archbishop Fernando Capalla, who is the Archbishop Emeritus in Davao, at the same time used to be the president of the CBCP. He read it, and he's been working with the Muslims all the past years, no? Improving the relationship between the Christians and Muslims in Mindanao. And definitely said, I will even help you find an investor. Okay, so he went out of his way to help me, okay? So, of course, we had also DP Felipe and several others who read and gave their inputs about the script. And of course, Archbishop Romulo de la Cruz of Zamboanga also was very, very inspiring and encouraging me to do. So I'm blessed, you know. So I'm blessed. And Professor, were you shocked when you saw the movie? Did you expect something like that?
Yeah. Hindi ko mabilang kung ilang beses ako umiyak. After the movie, I said to my heart, thank you, Direk. In behalf of the Tausug people, because you know, my people, the Tausug, has always been presented in the media because of all this kidnapping.
Right.
As warmongers and pirates. We have not really seen the beautiful side of them. And the movie, you know, presents them as a hero. And this is timely because kami kasi sa mga academic community, we always monitor the progress of Filipino intellectuality. And it has gone far. Until 70s, most of the people in the Central think of the Muslims as having tails na may buntot. But now it's different, and it's all because of, you know, the films, media, and other programs that promotes.
Well, I think this movie will give a better understanding of the Muslims, no?
Yes.
And especially they pray 5 times a day, and why they're doing that, these are all in the movie. And not to mention also, we stayed in Tawi-Tawi, and we just love the Tausug dishes. Ang sarap ng mga dishes ninyo. As a matter of fact, I'm missing it. You told me, right? I've learned a lot about the Muslim faith after the movie you were telling me, right?
Yes, with all the conversations between the Sandy Andolong and Alex Godinez.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about the Muslim faith.
And Sunny, what can you add to that?
Yes, the most beautiful part where the dialogue, the conflict of well-held bias of a mother, Christian,
Di na
towards
wannabe.
the Muslim. And then when the husband and wife were talking on how they related to this problem, which is a very delicate and sensitive problem, the sensibilities were coming out na, oh, yung palang mga biases natin, ganun. Wala palang kabuluhan. At kung pag-uusapang mabuti, magkakaroon ng pagkakaunawaan. And even when there was a conflict between daughter and mother on the belief, which is a very delicate issue, kaya siguro yung mga bishop, pumirma na pumirma. Lahat ng mga ecumenism at saka preachers nila for brotherhood of man, Christianity and Islam, it was captured in a few moments of dialogue. The dialogue were very sharp, very real.
Thank you.
Nakakaiyak
Divinely
yung iba,
inspired
di ba?
yan.
Oo.
Oo,
And
divinely
intelligent,
inspired.
intelligent dialogue.
Kinulit-kulit ko po si Professor Absari, no, at yung UP Institute of Islamic Studies, because that was my task, to take care of the content and to take care that the Tausug culture and the Muslims are not offended because of this movie. We did really film this movie in Tawi-Tawi, in Taguig, in many of
And
our
at
mosques.
the oldest mosque,
in
the Simunul
Simunul,
Island.
the Sheikh
Oo.
Makdum Mosque.
Yeah,
And
we went through a lot of, maski na red alert doon.
Opo.
Pumunta kami, lumipad kami, no?
Opo,
Again,
opo.
by faith, we were not afraid, no?
It's a lot of learning for us Christians, Catholics. It really gave us a lot of learnings. Opened our eyes to the Muslim and how we can love each other very
Yes,
well.
yes. We're all brothers and sisters.
Yes, I agree.
We must not
I
fight.
also, I just showed I showed the contrast between the life, the matrons in Manila, the dancing and the petty conversation, no? And also the life in Mindanao, the terror of human trafficking, the menace of human trafficking. At the same time, how the Muslims are misplaced, you know, every time there are a lot of war and bombings and all, they feel that they have to move on like an exodus. So we show the caravan scene, you know. Anyway, we'll talk more about it, you know, and stay tuned, stay with us as we talk about the movie, and also you'll be meeting the young stars of our film, and when they talk about their experiences in the horrible experience of being kidnapped, they'll be here with you later on. Please stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
This is really a fantastic social movie. It cuts across very sensitive, very serious issues in our community like Muslim-Christian relations and a very outstanding social problem of the day on women and crime. It's a very complex but very touching movie. At some point you could cry. I saw Cecile, my wife, by my side, almost crying, and she's a theater person, and so am I. So it's a touching movie that was brought home on very deep, serious, and sensitive questions. Buhay na buhay yung katotohanan dito sa movie ito. And I hope it's brought around the world. It will help people recognize us, and we might even win awards. Napakaganda. I hope you keep doing movies of this kind. Pati ba naman si Digong na bigyan ng buhay dito? Of course, he's a figure in our social development. Pero these movies highlighted many of the things that is associated with very serious and deep problems in society. Magandang movie, and it's so simply done. It comes home. It gets to your heart. Oh. And very complex and deep and serious problem. Sana you do more of this kind. You are a social commentator. Oh, sana panuorin ng ating mga kababayan sapagkat tayo'y maraming mga Muslim biases. Ang Muslims, meron din mga Christian biases. Ngunit this is a movie of building mutual love and affection amongst us. And the relationship of families also is very made very palpable here, and its final solution is very joyous and happy.
Actually, Director Nebrida bridges the Muslims and the Christians, to be as one, because no matter what religion that you believe in, as long as you know that there's a God, okay? And then the current issues about the women who are smuggled, and the Muslims say that Tawi-Tawi is the front door to the Philippines, while we say it's the back door. But at that back door shows the suffering of women, which Director Nebrida has made us conscious to remember, and to be observant, and to help these women in distress. If we know that there is trafficking, that we should act and report it. Yes. Men and women should know about the trafficking of women, and sometimes they do that for children. We should be conscious about that, for an internal security, and also for our borders to be defined so that we can protect the women. And to remember that there's always a God, whether you are Muslim or Christian. As long as you attribute what we are and what there is to one person, no matter what religion, comes spirituality. Thank you.
I'm very blessed dahil pangarap ko talaga mag-action. Okay, people think just, this guy is goody-goody angel, parang ganon, he can't hurt the fly. But pangarap ko talaga po mag-action. I trained 6 months before the film. I trained a martial art called Kali. It's a Filipino martial art. And it was timing because I didn't know about the film yet, and the film came in, so sobrang timing. And I was very motivated, very inspired to pursue the film. So I said yes right away kay Tita and the whole production. And, all the challenges we faced in the production, in filming, it was all worth it in the end of the day. Alam mo yun? We all cried, we all sweat so much, we all had sleepless nights, but in the end of the day, it was fulfilling. It was, just fulfilling it. I thank the Lord that I was able to do this project.
Part of my life for the longest time, since I was 9, but I never ventured out to film. And this is the first one, and I'm so glad that I did it with Tita Baby, who believed in me without experience, and the whole cast has been so supportive, and everyone in the crew, I loved every single person. It was an amazing opportunity.
I love this man, I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, I love this man, I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, I'll love him till I'm old. We will always be in love. For God to bless and see, he'll always be
Stepping into and making sense of the world of business and finance can be a bit daunting. You need the right people who know the lay of the land like the back of their hands to steer you in the right direction. Tony Lopez and Elizabeth Lee, Biz News. Catch its premiere telecast on January 23 at 8 p.m. Only here on PTV.
Hello?
Hello?
Kilalanin ang industriya ng kalakalang pandagat sa kauna-unahang programang pangmarino. Yan ang Marino. Tuwing Sabado,
Alright, welcome back to Across the Crescent Moon, behind the scenes TV special. Again, before we start with our interview, I'd like to remind everyone that this is an interactive TV special, so pwede po kayo magpadala ng inyong mga questions. All you have to do is to call 454-6748, 453-1097 at 455-9786. And of course, ayan na, kasama ko ngayon si Jody Nebrida. Hi, Jody.
Hello, Diane.
Hindi ko hosting tonight. So ngayon, our interview will be talking about the premiere night. And of course, mas kikilalanin po natin ng mabuti ang cast ng Across the Crescent Moon. Starting with, let us all welcome our guests for tonight. We have Daniel Dumalaog, Karen Johnston, Regis Andanar, Jericho Estregan, Alex Godinez, Jereen Tan. We also have Jace Roque, Nicolette Marcelo, and of course, Jody Nebrida. At syempre, ang talaga nga namang hinahangaan ng lahat, ang pinakamagaling sa, of course, isa sa pinakamagaling sa TV and movie industry. Let us all welcome the Christopher De Leon!
Assalamualaikum. Alaikum salam.
Alright, everybody, of course, welcome to Across the Crescent Moon TV special. Jody, first question. Excited na tayong lahat. Kasama natin mga young stars.
Yeah, thank you.
O sige, umpisa na natin. Tito Bo, tell us more about your character here in the movie.
I play Karim Misani, no, the father of Abbas, which is being played by Mateo. And my wife here is also Sandy Andulong.
Your real wife.
Your real wife. Real life.
Yeah, and her name's Siti.
Siti.
Yeah. And I play a noble Muslim dad, a pearl diver, a merchant, pearl merchant. And I also dive for pearls. Yeah.
And you really died for pearls for real.
Yes. For real, man.
We were there, yeah. We had a GoPro and then you jumped in the water and just did it for real.
I did it for real. I love the sea. I love the sea.
All right. How about you, Jereen? Tell us more about your character here in the movie.
I play the role of Chrissy. So Chrissy is the younger sister of Emma, and then which is the leading lady of Abbas, who is Mateo. So my role here is actually something really exciting, because in the movie the relationship of Abbas and Emma wasn't really accepted. So it's because of something unfortunate will happen, and then something really tragic. So
spoiler alert.
Yes.
No, makikidnap kayo.
Abangan na lang nila. Of course, Alex?
I play Emma Garcia turned Misani because I marry Mateo's character Abbas, who is a Muslim man, an SAF agent actually, and I come from a devout Catholic family. So I guess the issue in my part of the story is religious differences and interreligious marriage. So yeah, I don't want to say any more because I might spoil the movie, but yeah, that's basically what to look for in my part of the story.
Jericho?
And of course, here I played a very aggressive Malaysian human trafficker.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
It's a Malaysian name. I played as the partner in crime of Oman, played by Ivan Karafian. It's just that I look different in the movie because I really look badass.
It's your first time to play the bad guy, right?
Yeah, it's my first time to play as the kontrabida of this movie. Yeah.
Bagay.
Wala sa itsura dito, pero sa pelikula.
Abangan ng lahat
iba
yan.
niya, patay ang mata, iba na
Bad
ganyan.
boy na Jericho ang makikita namin
Yes.
dyan. Okay, how about you, Reggie?
Okay, so I actually played the role number one supporter because I wasn't in the film. So
Number one supporter.
Yeah, number one supporter. So here for the cast, sila Tita Baby, of course, my parents, Kuya Jody, Ate Christy, and
Parents.
yeah. Okay, so
Karen?
I play Jenny. She's one of Christy's friends who falls victim to human trafficking.
And I play Ron. I play as her boyfriend, her on-screen boyfriend.
On-screen
her on-screen boyfriend, and I'm kind of like the comic relief, and because the movie focuses a lot on action and drama, so I'm kind of like, hey, I'm the funny guy. So, so yeah.
I see.
Jace?
Ako si Paolo dito, yung boyfriend ni Bea forgot my girlfriend.
Nakalimutan mo na.
Portrayed by Bea de Guzman. Siyempre, it was a few months ago pa. Tapos isa ako sa mga kabarkada ni Chrissy, portrayed by Doreen Tan. And yun, isa kami sa mga magkakaroon ng series of unfortunate events.
Uy, it's another movie na, no?
So yun.
Nicolette?
I played the role Trina, and I'm one of Chrissy's friends. I'm the conservative one in the group, so yeah, conservative ako doon.
There lang.
And of course, I am Dayan Medina. Napakaganda po ng role ko dito. Biktima po ako dito ng human trafficking. So, ito po, huwag tayo matawa, pero maganda to kasi isa to sa mga social issues na very rampant sa ating bansa na kailangan talaga tutukan at bigyan ng social awareness. How about you, Jody?
Well, I had a cameo role in the movie, but I'm more the creative producer of the film. So I provide oversight with the technicals and add some creative inputs in some of the shots. And binantayan ko yung the lighting, the sound, and even in post-production, I look after the effects of the movie. So it's my job to make sure na we have parang quality in the film and the order of the scenes. But I also play a small scene in the movie where I play a bad guy.
Yeah. So meron ba kayong unforgettable na scene or na experience during the movie? Anyone can answer.
For me, the unforgettable part was probably the parts where we were dragged and the parts where I had to crawl, the sand everywhere. Like, it's something that I wouldn't do.
This is your first movie, right?
Yeah, it's actually my first movie. It was actually pretty challenging, but I enjoyed it.
How about you, Tito Bo? Sa dami po ng pelikulang na nagawa nyo na po, ano pa yung pinaka-challenging para sa inyo sa pelikulang ito?
This is my first time to play a Muslim. My first time. Actually, ilang taon na ako sa industriya. Ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng Muslim role. And one of the unforgettable experience was shooting in Tawi-Tawi mismo. I was the only cast member who went to Tawi-Tawi.
Yes.
And I had bodyguards, like 10 bodyguards.
It's an unbelievable experience. We had military escorts in Tawi-Tawi.
But Tawi-Tawi is it's a beautiful place. It's a peaceful place. People there are very nice. That was really unforgettable for me. I hope I could go back and see Tawi-Tawi again. And the corals are terrific. So I had a scene where I had to go pearl diving. I did it myself. Sabi na.
Brother Bro, don't forget the mosque that we shot the film in. It's,
that was that was really. We went to an island Simunol Island to go shoot at the first mosque here in the Philippines. Even before Magellan arrived, it was already there. It's called Macdum Mosque, and it was an experience. It was really an experience to see the mosque. And at the same time, we had to go island hopping. We had to gumamit tayo ng speedboat ng armed forces at the same time. And it was so fast. Talaga, grabe. Super. Sabi ko,
Kinabahan po kayo.
Sir, this is so fast. Ang bilis natin. Pahabol po ng pirata to sabi niya. Pero sabi niya, sir, mas mabilis po ang mga speedboats, power boats ng mga pirata. Yeah, so, it was unforgettable for me, and they greeted me well at that island, Macdum.
Alright, so talagang exciting itong pelikulang ito. Inaabangan po talaga ng lahat. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan sa pagbabalik po ng Across the Crescent Behind the Scenes TV Special.
I gladly watch the sun come down, although I dread the night just now. Crazy thoughts run through my head. I see the crescent moon from bed. I look with awe, I look with fear. No stars I see, yet skies are clear. But I believe in love. I still believe in love. I love this man, I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, you know. I'll love him till I'm old. We will always be in love. For God to bless and see, he'll always be a part of me. People judge me, people tell me he's a man I can't be proud of. But I believe in love. It's not for them to teach me hate. I will not doubt and leave my mate, 'cause he believes in love. Yes, he believes in love. I love this man, I know always be part of
Not shoot, but
Welcome back to Across the Crescent Moon TV special, our behind the scenes. And to join us in this segment is a very, very talented woman. You know, she's a Magsaysay awardee and for the ASEAN. At the same time, she also was the founder of PETA. So we really value the comments of Mrs. Cecile Guidote Alvarez. Good evening, Cecile, and thank you for taking time for us.
Yeah.
And of course, we have one of the best, if not the best, the actor, also a director, none other than Mr. Christopher De Leon.
Hi, Crescent.
Thank you, Brother Bo.
Yes.
So, binibigyan mo kami ng panahon mo.
Of course, of course. Yeah.
Okay, Cecile, what can you say about the film?
Well, I'm glad that Christopher is here because actually he's a symbol of good acting, and the whole ensemble was really good. The cast was very good. Of course, the writing and directing, baby, was excellent. Everybody,
thank you.
It's a cooperative venture, and you really see the initiative and the creativity to interweave all of the issues in a very artistic way and in a very easily understandable way. All the issues from family solidarity and the Christian-Muslim conflict, the modern slavery now, which is called by the UN with the women trafficking. Everything was very well integrated. Hindi forzado. It flowed. And that's why it had a sense of reality and connectivity. Kanya madaling maka-relate ang audience.
Then we show the diversity of cultures,
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
very important,
Yes,
I think.
the similarity of the religion, you know, not entirely the same, no, but the similarity of praying and all that. But at the same time, we show the unity, no, that we could all be united. Na nagkakawatak-watak tayo, no, everywhere, even our film industry, boy, di ba? You know, we have the indie, we have the mainstream. We should stop labeling ourselves as that. We're all filmmakers, right? So we will be unity. Ganyan nangyayari sa atin. Merong taga Mindanao at nagkakagulo-gulo doon ang mga Muslim sa Kristiyano. So we really have to do something about it. And probably with this film, it could be an eye-opener. You know, Tina, you were telling me that you've learned a lot from this film about the Muslim faith, right? Yeah. Actually, we're not here to promote the Christians or the Muslims, you know. We were able to balance it, right? Yeah, you agree with me?
Yes.
The oneness na Pilipino tayo, no? May kapatiran. Hindi kailangan sabihin mo, oh, ako dito, ikaw doon. Pwede talagang magsama-sama.
Prof. Prof. Ang aming super duper Muslim consultant.
It's a complete package.
How many times did you cry?
I cannot count. Parang kinukurot yung puso mo pataas. Parang kinukurot siya pataas na hinihele, parang it presents a reality of life that we are divided, but there is a possibility of peaceful coexistence because our faith are intertwined and not really separate from each other, theologically and historically.
Yes, that's right.
I felt so connected with it because noon pa, in fact, we did a play on the issue of the Muslims because long ago, when he was in the Constitutional Convention, that was already being discussed, and I got connected to a number of Sunny's Muslim friends. Sila, yung mga kasama niya rin sa CONCON noon. So, hindi kailangan talagang magkahiwalay eh. Yung paradigm of reconciliation is also very well affected. Maganda ang pagkalarawan.
You know, we
noon.
also got the support of the ARMM chairman, no, Hataman, and they really
Regional
love it.
governor.
And also Congressman CT, no, Jaliyah Hataman. I think she saw it like 3 times, you know.
And each time
couldn't-
she would cry.
Yeah, and she couldn't control her tears, no. But I didn't realize it could be a real emotional movie. It was not meant to be emotional, but I think the actors did a great job,
Yes,
you know,
the acting
in delivering their
ensemble
lines
was
and
good.
all. So they,
Low-key, very natural, but very effective.
you know, as a script writer, you can only write just a piece of paper, but everything is delivered well by the way they were playing the roles, no, di ba?
Hindi exagerado, no? Very natural.
Very natural.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Effective.
And
the
very
fact that
powerful.
you cried.
Well,
I
Boyet
cried.
is really known as a great actor.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ang daming fans niyan. Sa Buanga, pinagkakaguluhan.
I am really honored to be playing the role of Karim Misani. You know? Kasi it's my first time to play a Muslim role, and then it was a joy to experience the, you know, when you enter a mosque, you have to wash your eyes, your nose, the culture. You have to go to that ritual before entering a mosque. And then I tried learning how to pray the prayers during prayer time. They pray like five times a day. You know,
Yeah,
aside from
maganda
their
yung-
personal prayers.
The exchange of Alex Godinez and Dina Bonaby, you know, that was really real. You
Very
know, that-
powerful.
you know. Well, anyway, you know, we'd like to thank everyone for coming, and we'll be seeing you later. You know, but we'll be coming up again with our film trailer. We'd like to ask the students to watch it. You know, we will be giving you a 30% discount. We'll be talking to the DepEd Secretary Lord Briones, who would help us so that we can give a discount, 30% discount to our students. So please tell your friends about it. It's a different movie. It's something unique. And you will cry, you will laugh, and definitely you'll be moved by this. No, I am not claiming credit for this. This is really divinely inspired movie. And we hope yung aming hirap at pagod nila, Brother Bo, because we had so many challenges. Blood, sweat, and tears talaga ito. Like all this stormy weather that we had, and then we took risks. Went to Tawi-Tawi, went to Zamboanga. We were stranded in Zamboanga.
5 days.
And all the time we were being helped, especially Archbishop Romulo de Cruz, and the Muslims also helped us. Governor Ataman.
Governor Matba.
Yes, Matba. You know, ang daming nagtutulungan tayong lahat. Dapat ganun talaga, magtutulungan tayo. So,
what I can say, baby, is that this is a very powerful social commentary. Mararamdaman natin kung ano talaga yung palaging akala natin yun ang tama laban sa Muslim, no?
Yes.
Pero hindi pala ganoon pagkat lumalabas yung pagkatao natin. It's entertainment, but it's a piece of education.
Right, right. But
Masterpiece
anyway.
by Maybe Nebrida. A masterpiece, I would say.
Hindi naman.
It's also a tribute to our law enforcers.
Magaling talaga lahat ang mga gumanap. Okay, so I'd like to thank all those people who really, all the stars, Christopher, Dina Bonaby, Mateo,
Sandy.
Evans, Alex, everybody, all of them, mga kidnapped victims sila. They were excellent, no? Some of them never had acting experiences, but still, you know, gumaling talaga sila, napakagaling. It was really divinely inspired. I thank the Lord for it all for him and all for the unity of the Filipino people. We'll be right back, but I'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening. And you'll be watching this on YouTube, you know, and tell your friends about it. We will be visiting the major cities in Australia, in the States, in New York, and different Las Vegas, LA, San Francisco. We will bring it to Europe and
Sama
Southeast
kami
Asia.
lahat.
Siyempre, Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Sasama si
of course, Brother Bo.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
ASEAN year,
Yes,
so this
yes.
is so relevant within the region, especially
Mm-hmm.
with the peace process that's being asked.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Okay,
Timing.
this is a 2-hour special. We'll be right back. Stay tuned in to more on this 2-hour TV special of Across the Crescent Moon. We'll be right back.
Till I'm old. I love this man. I know his precious.
Respect the writers that writes the script. Kasi meron tiyempo yan eh. May tiyempo silang, meron silang gusto sabihin at the same time, meron konting, may rhyme dun sa sinasabi nila. Kumbaga, the way they write it, merong rhythm. May rhythm, I don't know how. But you have to, like, get into it, no? So, yun yung madalas kong pag-aralan, no? At there are times nga may mga writers na lumalapit sa akin na nagugustuhan nila. They like the way I, approach and the way I say my lines and the way I say their lines, yung sinulat nila. And that makes me, glad and, fulfilled. And that's part of my job. You have to learn your lines well before the shoot. I enjoyed every shooting day. It was so relaxed. Everybody was, in a positive mood. It was kind of hard because may mga scenes that are like this one scene there that it was just walking, but it was a big scene. Parang Exodus, this barrio, itong barrio na nasama sa gera. They were caught in between, the Muslim extremists and the military. Tapos nagkaroon ng, after that, they had to flee, no? Nagkaroon ng caravan, parang nagkaroon ng exodus na ganyan. It was just walking, but it was kind of hard because we kept on repeating and repeating and repeating. It was just walking, and then I had lines with Gutucelli and Abbas, my son, who plays my son here. But it was, everybody was very cooperative. It was like we were shooting like an international film. It was not the usual, cha-cha na tayo. Let's do it and let's just get it over with. No, our director was, a perfectionist. So, what can we do? Hindi. We like, getting into the scene itself. Hirap yung mga tao kasi. Kunyari, syempre yung kondisyon is, kaya nasabi kong mahirap kasi yung kondisyon nung eksena, mahirap. Exodus, na galing sa gera, galing sa crossfire. So, you have to do it over and over again. So, emotionally, it's kind of hard. It was hard. And it was, at the same time, sabi nga nila, it was, maputik, and it was raining, and actually I got sick after that.
I love this man. I know his precious. I know his precious heart of gold. I'll fight for him, I love him till I'm old.
not very easy to be a screenwriter. You know, I keep telling my children and some friends who are interested in writing scripts, you have to have many experiences in life, no? Because you have to think how the world thinks, and you have to see how the world sees things, no? First of all, yung subject matter, una yung pipiliin mo. Tapos another thing is, I usually pray first for guidance and for inspiration from the Holy Spirit. And that's how I start it, no? Then, usually I write it inside my prayer room. I get an inspiration, and then I continue, you know. Usually, if I really like the subject matter, like in this case, Across the Crescent Moon, it took me 10 days to write it, no? But now, it's easier for me because I have my children. They read the script and the story first, and then they give you their opinions, no? So I think I have a big plus factor now than before when I was alone in doing all this process. I've done several films, you know. I've done a lot of films in the past with rom-com. I've done them all, drama, you know, and even comedy. So I haven't done action movie. I wrote one, this Epemaco Velasco story, but I was kind of frustrated in that movie because the director did not follow the script, okay? And it was a big difference, no? And I knew that, sabi ko sa mga anak ko, that before I retire totally and before I leave this world, at least I would say that I have done an action movie, no? And I enjoy watching action films, no? The James Bond movies, the Jason Bourne, all kinds of the action of Triple X, and yung mga sila Bruce Willis movies. I really enjoyed watching these films, and I've watched them over and over. And I think I developed a special liking and enjoyment in doing action films and watching action movies. We have several subject matters in this movie, Across the Crescent Moon. The reason why I wrote this film, I was attending it's kind of an interesting and alarming subject matter about modern day slavery. And also, the Pope Francis also has this kind of advocacy about modern day slavery, and then he keeps asking us Christians, you know, to please help us end the modern day slavery. So I thought maybe I could help and make a difference by focusing on human trafficking, since I was interested in an action movie. So I thought of human trafficking would be the best subject matter. Now, the second subject matter is also very important. It's about the current issues on Muslims and Christians, no? So it was kind of intriguing, no? Because the world right now is in a big mess because of the conflicts between the Muslims and the Christians. So I thought of a perfect title that would describe the two of these conflicts. Crescent moon, of course. When you see the crescent moon, it represents the symbol of Islam, okay? And a cross, and it's a cross, is about crucifixion, no? And it's about Christianity. And if you want quality, and we want to show that we Filipinos can also meet the international standard, we could raise the bar a bit and be very, very committed to a quality movie. So definitely nothing is cheap when you want quality. I was given the go signal and the encouragement, and of course with the support of my husband, my two children, they agreed to do this film, you know. So that's when all my process started looking for a financier, and starting looking for the actors. We have to go through a lot of challenges getting the stars, and meeting with their managers, with their handlers. And we went through a lot of experiences, some sad, some happy experiences. And just to fix their schedule alone is one big challenge, no? That I have my two children, because we work as a team, and I am so blessed in that way. I'm also blessed with getting very good people very good PAs, you know. So we were all working harmoniously. Later on, I won't be mentioning all their names because there are a whole lot of them, but they were very, very helpful and very, very cooperative, and I owe them a lot too. I would never do a movie without a specific message. I will not do a film just for the sake of making a movie. Of course, my first commitment is entertainment, okay? And while you entertain your audience, you have to make sure that you give them the proper, correct insights. You have to come up with the truth all the time. And then I always include there the different virtues of faith, hope, and love, and forgiveness. And then before leaving the theater, they get nourished spiritually. And when they leave the theater, I make sure that they come out a better person, a better human being of what they have gathered from all the lines and from the scenes in the movie. I'd like to invite all of you to watch Across the Crescent Moon. Literally, it was blood, sweat, and tears. No, we did our best.
I love this man, I know his precious.
Fully and strongly endorse for the public to watch Across the Crescent Moon. It's produced and directed by a very veteran movie maker and author, Baby Debrida, and all the hand in his work. But I think the more significant part of this movie is that it talks about Islam. It talks about removing the biases that have always been the cause of conflict. It talks about taking advantage of people. And we hope that this will bridge the gap between our peoples, remove the prejudices, and likewise also give us lessons about how life should be spent in giving dignity to humans. And I strongly endorse and ask everyone to watch it. Thank you.
Alright, welcome back to Across the Crescent Moon TV special. So, at this point, we're going to talk about the premiere night and would like to welcome back our young stars. Of course, together pa rin with our, syempre, pinakamagling po talaga para sa aming lahat. Tito Christopher De Leon.
Salamat po.
As young as you are.
Guys, January 20, naganap ang premiere night at talaga nga naman very successful. Kamusta naman? Tell us more about the premiere night. What happened?
Super saya kasi nga, it was my first premiere night talaga as an actor. So, nakaka-overwhelm dahil ang ganda ng response ng mga tao.
SRO, ah.
It's also my first time and sobrang saya, like ang daming tao, and then napanood namin ulit yung film, so yun po.
And of course, special guest rin natin noong premiere night. Of course, si PNP Chief Director Ronald Bato de la Rosa. Jody, would you like to tell more about that?
Well, it was very exciting for us na si Chief Bato was able to join our premiere night. And we were so worried na, oh my God, na security and everything. So it was very exciting kasi I see the premiere as our graduation day. Like we worked so hard in this film and 29 shooting days, and parang I see the red carpet and the premiere night as a culminating event na out of all the hirap and the effort, we this is our parang the finale. Parang ganun.
Tsaka, Jody, ang maganda doon, sinabi ni PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa na he was there to really support the movie para ipakita daw yung kabayanihan ng mga kapulisan ngayon. Talagang timely yung pelikula. And of course, to create public awareness. Alright, balik tayo sa ating young stars. Ano pa yung mga na-experience nyo during the premiere night? At nakita nyo naman, bongga ang ating red carpet.
Super bongga.
Yes, Alex, would you like to say something?
Like everyone else, like this is my first feature film, and everything was like, I don't know, it was so surreal, like walking the red carpet in a gown and you know, walking
You were
in and seeing-
beautiful and you are still
Thank
beautiful.
you. I really savored every moment. It was really, really amazing.
Of course, ang ating bad boy, ang very aggressive Jericho.
Super aggressive.
I found the movie really nice because I was actually really excited for the action and drama part of the whole thing, you know, and how everything went, and because of all the days that we had to pass through, everything went off well. Yeah.
Your dad, what did your dad say, Governor Ejercito?
He was excited seeing me in a different kind of way because he sees me at home as a good boy, but like when it comes to the movie, you know, I was different. My face was different. My hairdo was different. The way I expressed my face was totally different. The way I moved, angas. And it was super solid.
Ang galing-galing mo mag-jet ski.
Yes.
Hangang-hanga ako sa'yo. Oo, galing talaga ang jet.
Pati yung mga pasabog ng mga bagay, ayos yun.
And don't forget our birthday girl,
Jureen.
Imagine how special
Happy
that was for
birthday.
you, di ba?
It's actually a really special day for me because it was both my birthday and of course the premiere of the first ever film that I'm in. So I was actually super excited because finally we can showcase to our family and friends what we worked hard for. And also nervous because of course you're scared, like what are the reactions of the people and if you did a good job in portraying the role.
But of course, it turned out really, really well.
Yes.
Talaga nga namang overwhelming yung reception ng mga tao.
She found her new career.
And of
First of
course,
many
wag natin
movies.
kalimutan, Jody and Direct Baby, ang ating icebreaker, si Daniel. Daniel, how
Oh,
was
yeah,
your
the
experience?
funny guy.
Our experience was all very new to me because as a YouTuber, I'm very used to this low-key events with like not so big stars, but now like the big stars, the premiere. It's a little bit scary, overwhelming. Like what do I do? Okay, I'll go there. Okay.
And Karen, you know, you remember you were a casualty. You were in the boat and you were bleeding there. And I had to
It was
run
very
to
memorable
you.
for me. I worked through it though, and I think it made the scene all the better and more authentic. Yeah. And it wasn't cut, so I was so happy about that.
Congratulations, all of you.
I really got hit,
You
yeah.
know, you were really fantastic. A lot of people are saying that you were so realistic.
Thank you
And
po.
despite the weather condition, you were working through a storm, you know. And ang gagaling talaga nila. Oo. And to think that we all auditioned you, right? It was Jody who started the audition, and then we all together picked you up. And then you were great, you know.
Kitang-kita naman talaga, Direct Baby. Talaga nga naman world-class ang kalidad ng Across the Crescent Moon film. At sinabi ko nga kanina, as I've said earlier, this is an interactive TV special. So, nag-phone in po ng mga tanong ang ating mga audience ngayong gabi. Ngayon, nandito na po sa akin ang kanilang mga katanungan from Direk Bambico. Anyone can answer? What do you think is the current situation or factor that separates Filipinos from being united with each other?
Well,
Alex.
I'd like to answer that. You know, in the Philippines, we have what, 150 different dialects, right? And we're separated geographically. We have different religions. But I think despite that, we're all Filipino and we have one culture. And I think with that, we can come together. But those are the things that separate us, I think.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Very well said. From Jeyo Sesbreño, kamusta naman po yung shooting sa Tawi-Tawi? So I guess Tito Bo will answer that question.
I had fun. No, but it was really. I hope one of these days, you know, it'll be peaceful na in Tawi-Tawi. But it's really a peaceful place.
And a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. Sana nga magamit yan ng tourism.
That's right.
So they can, you know, earn more for the province.
The
food
food
was
fantastic in Tawi-Tawi.
lobster were.
Every
You
day.
ate 3 lobsters, man.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner,
I
lobster.
remember you guys made yabang when you came back how good the food was.
Oo, hindi tayo
Sana
nakasama.
When you were
Sayang.
so
scaredy cat.
I wasn't allowed to go.
So it was
everybody.
only Christopher De Leon who had the faith to go.
Yeah.
Mom eh.
Pero di bale, nakita naman natin ang ganda ng Zambales. Di ba?
Yes.
Halos 3 days din po kami na-lock sa Zambales.
Yes.
Di nyo nakita ang Sambuanga.
Wow!
Z na.
Paramihan na ng mga
Alam mo
napuntahan.
ha, bilib na bilib ako kay Christopher because maski saan siyang dalhin, sa palengke or what, pinagkakaguluhan siya. He couldn't even go shopping. You know, ang hirap pala. Iba talaga ang Christopher De Leon. Talaga.
Iba talaga pati pagdating sa trabaho, talagang very professional ang isang Christopher De Leon.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Isipin
thank
mo,
you.
diba, tawi-tawi, napapunta natin
No, but
si
sana nga,
Tito
maging tourist destination.
That's right.
Magiging tourist destination ng Tawi-Tawi. So, you know,
Alright.
it's very peaceful there and people are very nice.
So, isa po
Salamat sa lahat ng mga taga-Tawi-Tawi.
Yeah, the governor also. And the Andanars, Wency Andanar, who really
Wency,
helped us.
Sir Wency,
And
yeah.
Annie. Without them, we would not even see Tawi-Tawi. Salamat.
Ayan po, so yan, dapat isa na yan sa mga rason bakit dapat natin panoorin ang pelikulang ito dahil ipinakita po ang ganda ng Tawi-Tawi and of course yung mga undiscovered islands dyan sa Mindanao. Third question, from Kokoy Anupol. Bakit kailangan panoorin ang pelikula?
Because it's a very brave film. It talks about religion, both the Muslim and the Catholic religion. But in the end of the movie, it shows how even though you have different religions, it's not it's about love and acceptance. It's about you have the same God and that we should just respect one another and their religions.
And of course, to add to that, no, this is to create more public awareness about the social issues that is happening right now here in our country, most especially human trafficking, which is very rampant.
We'll ask Nicole.
Nicolette, would you like to answer
you know,
also?
You were a victim, a kidnapped victim, so
Kinabahan ako, akala ko yun.
Acting
Yes,
lang, acting
Nicolette.
lang.
I was also a part of the kidnapped victims, and they also showed a part of human trafficking, and we were able to actually experience being kidnapped, and we were able to cry, and it was kind of traumatizing, but it was part of being aware, showing awareness to everyone who would watch the film.
Alright, next question from Zufia Labro. Saang cinemas po ipapalabas ang Across the Crescent Moon?
Okay.
Direct baby, ikaw na po.
Would you believe wala kaming distributor? But on the other hand, we worked so hard. I became the distributor and started calling up the cinema. You know, we have a good product, so it's easy to get the theaters. We have it Ayala Malls, UP Town Center. Our former president, GMA, will watch it on the first hour, the first screening, first day at the Ayala Mall. UP Town Center.
Yes, and we also have the film in Dolby Atmos.
Yes, and also, you remember, it was also on live orchestra. No?
Yes, it's
beautifully, masterfully
we're so proud of the
directed
film
by
that
Juan de
it will be the
Guzman.
first Filipino film with Dolby Atmos surround sound. So it's totally immersive. And live orchestra as well. Yes.
And then SM Malls, also we have it in Green Hills at the Promenade. And we're also getting the Fisher Malls. And Gaisano, all over the Philippines, you know. So tune in, find out from the internet and also from the newspaper about the different theaters, no?
We have a Facebook page if the audience would like to.
Yes. So, saka sana din naman yun ang first day para exciting. Unang-una kayong makakita. Diba?
Alright, again, maraming salamat sa ating young stars and of course, Tito Christopher De Leon, maraming salamat po. Tita Baby Nebrida, Jody Nebrida, yan po.
Thank you.
Nagtatapos ang 2 oras nating pagsasama na punong-puno ng balita at impormasyon patungkol pa rin po sa Across the Crescent Moon. Ako si Diane Medina.
Thank you, Baby Nebrida. Wait, I want to congratulate Diane because she did a great job. She was a rape victim there.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Nasabi mo.
Intense.
I love my role. Victim.
You know, and she's terrific. But in the international, we'll put either other footages. Ang galing niya. She was a big. We will
Wow,
do.
thank
We will
you
do
so
a
much,
director's
Tita
cut.
Baby.
And then she's
Ako
fantastic.
na pala bida.
So I'd like to thank every one of you.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for
Thank you. You know, I know how busy you are.
Yeah.
Especially my love to Sandy. And Marielle also played here, the daughter of Christopher, Marielle De Leon. She was fantastic also. So I'd like to thank Jericho, Alex, Jereen, Jace, and also Nicole, Nicolette, and Daniel, and Corinne. They're terrific talents. We'll be getting you again for our next movie.
Ooh. All right, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you to Leah and Tia who are watching right now. We love you for really supporting us with your prayers. And I'd like to thank my 2 kids, Jody and Christy.
And Ate Christy.
And also my husband who's been very patient and supportive. Thank you, everyone. And Annie and Wency Andanar, we love you.
All Alright, thank you so much. Across the Crescent Moon showing on January 25 in cinemas nationwide. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Will always be love. To bless and see, he'll always be a part of me. He'll always be a part of me. I gladly watch the sun come down, although I dread the night just now. Crazy thoughts run through my head. I see the crescent moon from bed. I look with awe, I look with fear. No stars I see, yet skies are clear. But I believe in love. I still believe in love. I love this man, I know his precious heart is gold.
25% of human trafficking in the world involves Filipinos. 1 out of 4 humans trafficked across the globe is a Filipino.
Hi, Chrissy! If loving someone is a crime, I'm sorry!
Alam ko naman galit sila sa akin dahil Muslim ako.
Ang buhay, parang isang buwan. Umiikot din yan. Magbabago din ang ihip ng hangin.
This is not a perfect world.
Kumusta na mga tropa natin? Marami tayong operations.
Handa ako sa mga raids. Mga polis at army, mainit na mainit sa drug operations natin sa Mindanao. Kaya dapat sa mga babae tayo nakatutok. All this hatred, all this anger, they're looking for love. Don't you get it?
Madalas kitang nakikitang nagdarasal ng rosaryo. Hindi ko sinasabi kay Abbas.
They're good and bad people, no matter what religion they have.
The new girls will be on board in 2 days.
Find her. Hanap tayo ng paraan para maligtas sila.
We all pray to the same God, so why is religion an issue here?
You're going to convert to Islam? And then you'll tell me, but Mama, in my heart, I will remain a Christian. What kind of a lie is this? That marriage will never work.